Good morning everyone and welcome back to Rookie Season. It is episode 17? I want to say 15 was the one with Ed, so now it's episode 16. Episode 16. Today is Tuesday the 5th of August. Tuesday the 5th of August. So we are 5.8 weeks out, 5.7 weeks out from the Supernaturals, which is show number 1. This week, really fun week. D-volume training. Like, I love training as much as the next person, but I have just been getting a bit battered, so that's nice. D-volume training and a slight diet break. So we had a high day yesterday and we have the same again today. So this video is just going to be me taking you through my full day of eating on a 600 carb high day. The exact macros are 185 protein, 600 carb, 45 fat, so it's around like 334 calories. Very nice. But we're not like having that and making it as voluminous as possible. Like, I could have so much more volume and things like that. We don't want to cause any GI stress, so it's just still the lower food volume choices just to get me full without causing any bloat, without causing any digestive issues, all that fun stuff. So first of all, meal 1, we have a cinnamon bagel, 2 whole eggs and 2 chicken sausages. So I'm gonna get to cooking that, then I'll show you when it's done. Yes, so here it is. I think you can see that. So the way I'm doing this meal, I sort of split the chicken sausages in half lengthways. You can't actually see, can you? No. There we go. So I'm splitting the chicken sausages in half lengthways, just so they fit in the bagel a bit better. That is a pro tip for any bagel enjoyers, and you have contents in it, so they can't actually roll out of the bagel then. And then with the eggs, I just make them as perfect as possible. I normally scramble them if I'm just having eggs, but if I'm having them in a bagel, I will just make them as normal eggs and then just sort of fold them in half and then put them into the bagel. Also, the bagel is going in the air fryer for like 3 to 4 minutes, so not quite yet. But yeah, I find that really makes the difference. Just pop that bagel in the air fryer. You will not be disappointed. So these are the bagels of choice. The Warburtons, I want to say. Yeah, Warburton cinnamon and raisin bagels. Can have one of those bad boys, so I'm gonna go bang that in the air fryer. So, well, that's in the air fryer, and these are cooking up. We are, yeah, like I said, 600 carb with 6.5 litres of water and 10 grams of pink salt. So we should be looking good post push today. We looked good yesterday, to be fair, because I train in the evenings. Even though yesterday was my first high day, I can still see it taking effect in my physique, because I've already had 4 carb meals by the time I finish training. So that's always fun to see. And yeah, we look good, happy with how we looked. So yeah, it's just more of the same today. Finn's actually in Dubai right now, so our time zones are a bit messed up, but he is doing his best to reply, to be fair, on the ledge. Right, so I'm gonna finish cooking these up, then I'll show you when they're done. Yes, so there we have it. There is the meal in all its glory. 2 whole eggs, 2 hack chicken sausages, and 1 toasted cinnamon bagel. And I'm very excited to get into this. So I'll see you in a bit. What's going on? So it is coming up to 10:30 and we are cooking up meal 2. So we have our rice on the hob, getting riced up. It is 80 grams of jasmine per rice meal, and I'll have 2 of those. And we have our chicken in the air fryer, 120 grams per meal. So 240 grams of chicken is in there. The way I'm doing it, it's really just like no seasoning. Like we're just trying to maximize intramuscular fullness without any of the GI stress that comes with that. So even like pre-workout, there we go. Even like pre-workout meals, post-workout meals, they're both the least voluminous that they could possibly be. So it's only 125 grams of cream of rice in my pre, but then other carbs coming from dates, banana, berries, some lower volume items. And in the post-workout, it's literally just cereal and banana. So it could not be least volume. It could not be less volume than what it is, because we don't need to cause any digestive stress. It's not about filling me up, as in volume in my belly full. It's muscularly filling me. So yeah, that's the plan of that. So basically, we had that day yesterday. Looked really good for it. Post-workout looked really good. Post-workout for me is just PM anyway. So whenever I'm taking photos post-workout, it's after 4 meals, which was like 390 carb, because my last meal was like 210. Like 390 carb and a full 6 litres of fluid. So it's pretty much a full day of eating minus the final meal. So it's a really good representation of how much fullness I've actually gained from that day. Like I said, that's why I'm blessed. I sort of train later on in the day, because then the high day of that day will take effect. Whereas if I was training off one high carb meal, it wouldn't really have much of any benefit. So yeah, it's going to be fun. We've got D-volume push today, but I took a couple of RIR sets yesterday on pull just because I didn't need to be stupid. Like my deadlift set was 2 to 3 reps in reserve. But today, full send, D-volume push, maintaining numbers, obviously, but with just the half volume. So yeah, we're going to look good. It's going to be fun, and I'll pick you back up when I've prepared meal 2. Right, so here we have it. Meal number 2 going in. 80 grams of jasmine rice, 120 grams of chicken, 5 grams of sriracha, some cinnamon, 2 grams of pink salt, and a rice cake and a baby spoon, as you can see. Delightful. Like usually, obviously, I would have some veg with these meals, you know, make it voluminous, make it filling, but I don't need that right now. It's just maximum carbs, maximum fullness without the GI fullness, pretty much. So yeah, I'm gonna put this down and I'll see you in a bit. What's going on? So we are in for meal 3, which is the same as meal 2, which is really exciting. I know, great content. But yeah, like just more of the same. You know, you don't need to surprise the digestive system. You just need to stick to the basics, especially when you're trying to limit GI stress and bloat. So it is 20 to 2. We're actually 10 minutes late eating this meal, so I just fucking ruined my whole day now. No, I was actually shaving, and it is the worst thing about bodybuilding. That is the only thing that I hate about bodybuilding, is shaving. It's so long, especially if you have sensitive skin as well. You can't rush it. I've literally just stood in the shower for like an hour and a half, which is not ideal. It's not the best, but yeah, it had to be done. So I didn't actually touch on my expenditure right now. So this week is no cardio, D-volume training, and just like a light walk after every meal, pretty much, just for digestion. So that'll take me to around 6 to 8k. You know, I'll do 1,000 steps after every meal, and I'll get 2.5k or so in the gym. So it's just a chill week, you know, it's just a chill week. My setup right now is the Xbox is downstairs, maximum chill. Got my desk downstairs, office in the morning, play some games in the afternoon. It is it's peak life, actually. It is peak life. So I'm gonna get this meal down. I will just show you. It is exact. Excuse the kitchen as well, by the way. My kitchen's getting redone in prep. I know. This is the meal. 80 grams jasmine, 120 chicken, some cinnamon, pink salt, and 5 grams sriracha. and I also have a rice cake with that as well. So yeah, I pick you back up now when I am making my pre, because it is something today, and my post is something as well, so that'll be exciting. So see you in a bit. Right then, what's going on? So now it is time for pre, and my pre-meal today on my 600 carb high day is a fat with a PH bowl of cream of rice. So I'm going to show you how I'm making it. So today we are using Trained by JP sticky toffee pudding and white chocolate hazelnut Perform Whey. Both of these available at ABP Nutrition Shop, code Drew10 for money off. So today we have 125 grams of cream of rice, 30 grams of Perform, 20 grams dark chocolate, 40 grams of dates, 100 grams of banana, and 100 grams of blueberries. Yeah, that is it's a sight. It's a nice sight for sore eyes, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna get into that. First of all, we'll obviously weigh out your dry cream of rice. So I'm having 125 grams today, like that. Then you need to add your water. So with water, it really just depends on how voluminous you want it to be, or if you have a water target to hit in the day. I just usually go for, if I'm on like a normal prep day, I want it that bit more voluminous, so I'll go even 5.5, 6 times. But today we're just gonna go 4 times, just because there's other things that are going with it. So I'm gonna get that in. There we go. And the way I basically make this, and the best way to make it, is just put cold water in from the tap, stir that till obviously all the lumps are out. Then in the microwave on high power, I initially give it like 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, because it's still cold water. Then every sort of 30 seconds or so, take it out, give it a re-stir, and then put it back in. You can even add some thickening agents if you are really trenches, but I'm not having that today. So I'm gonna go put this in the microwave. I like using a whisk just because I feel like it gets the clumps out that bit better. Like I said earlier, excuse my kitchen. It is in the midst of a redesign. As you can see, I have no shelves, so this is my little corner with everything that I need. So yeah, just stir that until all the lumps are out. Then bang that in the microwave. So while that is in there, I'll make my whey. So 30 grams of whey today. And this white chocolate hazelnut has been hitting recently. It really has. I do really like the baklava. Baklava, I feel like that's how you say it. So the next big order I put in, I'll be getting a 2 kilo of that. So yeah, 30 grams white chocolate hazelnut, and add your water. I don't actually weigh this. I sort of just incrementally drizzle it in until it's a desired consistency. On just like a normal baseline day, I would be having 50 grams of whey, but because today is another high carb day, just to give digestion a bit of a break, we actually reduce protein down to baseline, which is like 180. There we have our whey done. Need to go check on the core. So yeah, like it starts to harden a bit, like at the bottom. So you need to keep incrementally stirring it around about every 30 seconds or so. And I'm gonna cut my banana in the meantime. So 100 grams of banana today. What's the chances of my banana being exactly 100 grams? It actually was yesterday. So let's have a look. 99, we'll take that. I think there was like 126 grams of cream of rice in there anyway, so that'll make up for that. I am really liking the maple syrup Trained by JP cream of rice as well, but I've just opted for the sticky toffee pudding today. So I'll cut that banana up. It is always really nice when you open a banana and it is it's bang on 100 grams. It's a very nice feeling. It's just like it was made for you. You know what I mean? So there's that ready. I feel like that already is 20 grams of dark chocolate, but I will be checking. Yeah, we're getting there. I feel like different flavors of cream of rice mix differently. Like they cook differently, obviously because of the different sweeteners in there. So there isn't really like one size fits all with the cooking. Whatever flavor you have depends on how long you've got to cook it for. Like the maple syrup tends to stay a little bit runnier, whereas this one's starting to thicken up a bit sooner. We'll give that one more cycle, then should be good. So there we have that. That is complete. Lovely stuff. Right then, so now the vital order of what you put in first. It is very, very person dependent. I just personally put the fruit in. I like putting the last thing being the dark chocolate and the whey. So fruit goes in first. So we have 100 grams of banana. Well, 99 grams actually. Then we have our dates, so 40 grams of dates. If you don't know dates, get to fucking know. Nice. Then our blueberries. I do have raspberries as well, but today blueberries, yesterday blueberries. On my high days, blueberries just because they're more carbs and less volume again. So we're minimizing that volume on our high carb days. 100 grams, 99, that'll do us. Then I actually need to see if this is 20 grams of dark chocolate. I feel like this is going to be like 15 grams. 12! Oh! I used it from Aldi's, I think, 85%. I don't think they're the Aldi's brand, but they're good enough anyway. 20. Nice. Now we have our whey drizzle. Get that on there. 30 grams of whey. I hope you all just enjoyed that. That's what happens when you go into prep, ladies and gentlemen. And the 20 grams of our crushed up dark chocolate. Once you like push it down into the cream of rice, it does start to melt, which is gives a lovely flavoring and texture. I feel like that's everything. I always feel like I'm missing something when I make an intricate pre-workout meal, but I don't think I am. So 0.5, 2 grams of pink salt. Each dispenser is 0.5 out of that, so it's on Amazon. And some cinnamon. There we have it. I will come around and show you because it is a sight to behold. There we have, can you see that? There we have it. There's the pre-workout meal. Deliciousness. It's hefty as well. So, I'm gonna eat that, then I'm gonna go train. So I will see you when I make my post-workout meal, which is even heftier than that. So yeah, see you in a bit. Right then, we are back from the gym. Devolume push was completed. Here's some photos of me, because I look pretty good. A tad bloated, but 2 600 carb high days, that's how it is. Full as a fucking house though, so that's what we wanted. Still waiting for the plan, to see what's going on tomorrow. But in the meantime, have my post-workout meal, which is a fat boy. It's a fat boy. 200 grams of Cocoa Pops. There's like a little dribble left in this bag. 12 grams, wow, that's done a lot. Yeah, it is 200 grams of Cocoa Pops, 10 grams of dark chocolate, 30 grams of whey, 100 grams of banana, and it is delicious. It is delicious. We woke up 0.6 heavier than yesterday, so definitely fullness gained, and you can see it in the physique too. 201. Damn, spilled. I've already spilled, it doesn't actually matter. But that's the goal. The goal was to spill. So there they are. I also need to prepare my shake. Where's my shaker? 30 grams of whey in here as the milk. Yeah, so 30 grams of whey in there. Bit less. There we have it, 30 grams. That. Also 100 grams of banana, which is delightful. We'd done it once earlier and we had a full banana was 100 grams, so hopefully we can repeat that if I can open it. I'm opening it with a knife because they're slightly unripe. 90, damn, gotta open another one. Seems like a bit of a waste, but can't affect the gains. Perfect, like that. We also have 10 grams of dark chocolate. Delightful. And now our 30 grams of whey. Lovely. Nearly bringing a tear to my eye, in fact. So I'm going to come around and show you now, actually. There she is. That's 1100 calories, I want to say. So I'm going to eat this and then I'm going to go to bed. So thank you for watching Rookie Season episode 16. Next episode, maybe this week, maybe next week. We're undecided. We'll see. We'll see how things go. If I have another high day this week, then it'll most likely be this week. But yeah, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.